Welcome back to the future! As always, I'm a Dark Gamer, and this is Marty McFly, and we are in 1931. So, when we last left off, we had just gotten an interview with the young Edna Strickland, and now we need to go find Doc. We know he's been arrested, so we're going to go check the police station, which I do believe is off in this direction. You see the theater in the background, there's the clock tower / courthouse. You know, they call it a clock tower in the movies, but it's really not a tower. It's bugged me. It's a minor detail. I mean, I don't know. Would you call that a clock tower? It's courthouse. Would you just call it a courthouse? Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go find Doc. There's a soup kitchen. Some newspapers. No damage. Must not be the one we ran into. Alright, let's go in here and see what's up.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Well, that didn't work. You know, these windows are open, and I can interact with this one. Let's see.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system. Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan? Right. But what?
Well, we could go back in time.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
As long as it's only as we know it. So I guess the gangsters are not going to listen to us. The authorities are not going to listen to us. Hey, we're time travelers, you know. We don't really have the means to make a stand against, you know, a hail of bullets. So let's just break them out of jail.
I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Okay, you know what, that first question's really good. What about the space-time continuum?
Won't talking to yourself cause, you know, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
And how am I supposed to do that?
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Well, where can I find you?
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Oh, hey, it's the police officer whose car we wrecked.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Alright, so we have to head over to the soup kitchen and make a phone call. So, how's everybody doing? It's a bright and beautiful day in 1930. Oh, wrong one. No, wrong way, Marty. Go into the soup kitchen. You want some soup. So I'm recording this like 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to have to edit and upload it before I go to sleep. Just nice hat. Just to give you an idea of the links I go to for my channel.
McFly!
Biff?
Deja vu.
Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right, that's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Tannins will be tannins, i.e. jerks, in any time, period. Alright, well, we need to make a phone call.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmet Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Alright, well, enjoy the soup. So, obvious muscle. Cabbage soup. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm sure we'll never have to come back here again. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Let's head to the courthouse and find Doc's younger self. Inconveniently placed light pole. Alright. Mouse movement. And get a little more accuracy with it. I said a little. Not a lot. Hey, Einstein. Alright. And here's the courthouse.
Don't touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmet Brown, but I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, h2 of A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No, no. What am I missing?
Alright, well, we need to talk to him, so... Seriously, I can run when I don't want to, but when I want to, it's all walking. He should turn around momentarily.
Derivative of the speed relative to the speed of light.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
When will you be finished with work is a good
So,
question.
Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
How about quitting early?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Well, I hear you're working on a rocket drill?
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Awkward. I think we need to go talk to the Elder Brown and see what the deal is with his, younger self, because Doc Brown not having an interest in science, something is wrong. I swear I'm trying to run. I really am. The game is not cooperating with me.
Psst, Doc!
See what I mean?
Have you found my younger self yet?
Well, yes.
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
So, he says he's not a scientist.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
So, how do I get him to trust me?
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
He was saying some kind of scientific formula under his breath. Let's ask about that.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter
Yeah, you
unless...
do.
The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo! How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Okay, and why is the expo making you mutter?
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Okay. I'll try to go figure out...
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Deadline, because he's gonna die. Alright, so we need to get a clearer understanding of what his younger self is muttering about. We just so happen to have a tape recorder. So we're actually gonna chase Doc down, young Doc, not old Doc. Doc 31.
How many newtons are required to maintain
Actually, this is perfect.
constant massive acceleration? Oh, think, Emmet, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Don't mind me.
Is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of the
Alright, so let's go see if now 1986 Doc 86. Sure. Doc 31, Doc 86. That's our naming convention. Let's see if Doc 86 can help us with this little math problem.
Psst, Doc!
Marty, how goes the escape plan?
I recorded your muttering.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmet, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Okay. I think we'll bring up Grandpa some other time.
hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Not really pertinent to what's going on right now. Still can't get the game to let me run. Supposedly, it's supposed to be clicking like double drag, but
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
I read a lot of Jules Verne. It's his favorite author.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
I need your rocket drill.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
I need a fully operational model.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa.
Oh,
Shh! It's Kid Tannen.
That's not good.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
I have no idea what that is, but it's probably not good. Alright, so we have to figure out how to find Arthur, which Tannen's currently eating peanuts out of the hat belonging to. Alright, so we're about out of time for this week. Next time, we will find Arthur McFly, we will subpoena him, and we will get a rocket-powered drill together to save Doc 86 with the help of Doc 31. Until next time, I've been a Dark Gamer. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more Back to the Future, please hit the subscribe button, give me a like, or leave a comment.